Hey everyone, I wanted to share how I figured out how to make brown in Lightroom. This may seem like an odd thing to mention, but I love to add a brown color to my images, and usually in Photoshop I add a soft light layer of an actual just straight up brown tone, or I use something like Alien Skin to add a brown wash to my images. Now, Lightroom, unfortunately, has a limited capacity in this, in that when you go down to, say, split toning, the color palettes that are available to you are pretty limited. There are no true blacks, there are no true whites, and you get something like orange and yellow, but it's really difficult to make a true deep brown with any sort of color palette, either using the split toning or the color brush tool. So it's been sort of this enigma to me that I haven't been able to create. And so I was doing some studying on curves, and I think I found a way to do it. Now, it's not exactly easy. You have to futz with it a little bit, and you might have to adjust it per picture, but this is kind of the general idea. You want to go to your RGB curves. This is the one that lets you put dots on the curve itself. You don't want to use this one that has highlights to shadows listed because it doesn't let you adjust things like we need to. So you want to go to RGB, and then this is what you want to do. You want to think of it this way. We want to make orange, which is yellow and red. Okay, so we're going to mix yellow and red, and then we're going to add a little bit of blue to it, and we're going to do that in curves here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the blue curve, and this is the one where most of the work gets done. Now, if blue goes up, it makes blue, and if it goes the other way, it goes yellow. So we want to add some yellow, and so I'm going to go down here to the shadows point at the very bottom, and I'm going to pull it over, let's say, to 5. And I might not be able to get it exactly. We're just going to get it somewhat close. Whoops, I had it. Okay, let's just leave it at 4.7. So that adds yellow because I'm going down this way with the curve. If I went up this way, it would make it blue. And so now I want to add, let's see, what was it? I wanted to add a little bit of red to this. So red is up and cyan is going to be down. So we're going to want to go up with the shadows to add, oh wait, is that cyan? Yeah, we're going to go up with it. So I'm going to go up about the same amount, you know, around 5. I guess 4.7 is the is the number it wants to hit. So now I'm going to go back to blue, and I'm going to add a little bit of blue to the highlights. I'd like to add blue to the shadows because that's where I'm working, but I can't do that since I've already worked down here. So it's not a true brown, it's more like a split tone kind of, because I'm putting the blue in the highlights, but you know, it works. All right, so now I'm going to go over this way to the left and add a little bit of blue. Okay, that might be too much. I might just need a little tiny bit. All right, so then I evaluate. The first thing I'm going to do is go to before and after and see. Now it's kind of brown, but it's not as brown as I'd like it to be. So then I go to the full screen again and I just tweak it. I'm going to go back to red, and I'm going to pull this up a little bit higher, maybe go up to 7, and then go to the blue and pull this over maybe to 7, like that. And then I compare. All right, so I'm getting closer. I'm getting into the zone here. You know, you can play with this more, but you know, when you want a warm wash, this might actually be quite heavy. This is a really light image, so, and it's really cool to start with. If it was warmer, white balanced, you know, maybe this wouldn't show at all, or if it was, you know, a different image, maybe it would be too much. But this is the general pattern: is blue over toward the yellow, which is, you know, the bottom shifted to the right, and then the yellow or the blue added at the top. Now this makes it quite blue. If I take it off, let's see what happens if I go this way. You know, that might work too. This makes it more yellow and less true brown. But you can play with it, you know, looking at it in real time. I actually might like that more. That's kind of yellow on yellow. Anyway, I guess true brown has a tiny bit of blue in it with the red, and this one goes up. Let's see there, it's really green. Moving it up, it gets browner, more brown. All right, anyway, I could futz with this all day, but that's the general recipe: is red plus yellow to make orange plus a little bit of blue to make brown. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.